All right, guys, welcome back. I'm excited because today we get to use the new Gravely Axis. Our rep dropped it off for us, a demo for a couple days, so it's pretty exciting. I gave it to the Fortners, and they worked on some dirt bike track maintenance at their pit bike track. So at the end of the video, I'll throw some of that in there. It's pretty fun with those guys. So what we have here is this is the tracked version. Gravely's making three options. They're making a wheeled option. It's got 18-inch tall wheels. And that's about the height of here. This is about 18 inches. So you can envision two wheels on each side. And then you have two tracked versions. You have a 9-inch wide track and a 7-inch wide track. This is the wider version, which I think most of you will want because you want flotation. It has been so wet this spring here in Western New York. We can't do anything in the lawns, haven't mowed anything yet. Second week in May already. So my suggestion is maybe the wider version, better flotation. This does have so many options. I was just on this website, and I'm going to butcher it. It's Erskine. You can figure it out yourself how to say it. But if you go to the mini skid steer attachments, there's like 40 options. I was blown away. You got spade buckets, regular buckets, rock buckets, pallet forks, grapples, all kinds of grapple options actually. And then you had like tillers. It was really cool, like what you could actually do with this thing. So I'm really excited for like landscapers. So we live on Chautauqua Lake here. It's 17-mile long lake. And I feel like around the lake, it's all $1 million lake houses. And all of my landscapers are going to be trying to get in between these houses to fix docks and just drainage. And people these days are super into the like the big patios, right? So features like that. So it's going to help carry all that stone down around the house. So I'm excited to get this off the trailer. I just washed it because the Fortners, if you know about those guys, they like to leave things dirty. So I just cleaned it. Really easy to clean. I should talk about that because we have a lot of equipment. Obviously, we've sold tractors forever, but we have skid steers, we have track skid steers, we have wheeled skid steers, we have backhoes, we have excavators, we have all that stuff, personal use. This was really easy to clean. Come on in, Rye, show this real quick, just how easy this is to clean. So when I was pressure washing, we had a little bit of mud build up on here. I could steam clean that pretty easy, but to get my steam cleaner in these angles was really easy. So that was completely packed full of mud. And the reason why we're talking about this while it's still on the trailer is because I want to video it coming off. So back up to show the angle of our trailer, the load angle here. I don't think it's that aggressive. This is probably one of the lower options that you could get, or like the best angle. And it's sketchy, like, I don't know. So if you're a landscaper and you have a dump trailer, for example, then it has a higher, usually most dump trailers have a taller deck and a steeper ramp. So this ramp has like where it folds open, so it's a longer ramp than what you're gonna find on a dump trailer. I would not be comfortable loading this into a dump trailer. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It's pretty sketchy. So I'll get this off here and we'll go over all the controls. So that's what I kind of mean about like the unloading. Like it was fine, it wasn't going anywhere. I put the bucket down so it wouldn't, but like as much as I run equipment, that was still pretty jerky coming on and off. So come on in and I'll show you all the controls. The most important thing about this is that it's a 25 horsepower Kubota diesel. This is where the fuel goes in. Now I gave this to the Fortners with exactly 40 hours on it and it came back with 48.7, and we put 8 gallons of fuel in it. So it burned exactly 1 gallon per hour. So if you guys are trying to do the math at home, how much is it going to use? It holds 10 gallons. There's 2 left in the tank. So the control panel, we have key power here, turn the key on, light switch. I'm going to talk about the A, B, and the 0 and the 1 here in a second. And this is our unlock. So once we turn the key power on, the tracks don't move until we unlock the vehicle, and then we can move it. This is our track controls left and right. 2 sets of remotes, one here, one up here. This is our joystick for your bucket. This is the throttle for the engine RPM. And we're going to get to this right now. So this is the distribution of the hydraulic oil. So there's one pump on this that controls the tracks and whatever implement you're using. And there's a little chart right here. So if we have this in A0, 40% of the oil is going to the implement and 60% is going to you driving this machine. So you can go down this chart. And so, well, B1 for me would be if you're ripping this across like the parking lot to get to the other job site or you're transporting it. So we're not worried about the joystick doing anything. You know, that bucket or the pallet forks are still, we're not using them. We want all of the speed. So we just want these joysticks to work so it can get us across where we're going. On the opposite side of things, if we're really working hard and we're really trying to dig, we want to give a lot more of the power to the bucket. If you're digging, you probably still want like a little bit of movability with the tracks because we want to push into the pile of dirt. So if you're stump grinding, there you go, you're not moving at all. We literally just want all of the stump grinder here, or a wood chipper or something like that. So where you're stationary, but you need all the hydraulic power for your two sets of remotes. So that's the controls. Let's go show you what we're gonna do with it. All right guys, so what we're gonna do tonight, really simple project, is we bought a camper and it is like 12'6", and this is just over 12 foot. I've got the camper, I've got pictures of it. The rear AC unit will not clear under this by like 3 inches. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull some of the millings out. Thankfully I didn't put concrete here yet. So I'm gonna pull some of the millings out just in the middle. And why I'm only gonna do the middle, so I don't know what my permanent solution is for the camper. It might not end up here all the time, but this is a really nice spot in the back side of the house for it. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna leave the dirt by the pole, or the millings by the poles. And you can see, if you look down with that camera, where like the tires to the camper went, because it's a drivable, it's a Super C. And so like I kind of can see where I need to dig in. So if you're wondering at home, I'm probably going to stay 4 inches away from the poles or more because I don't need to worry about that. I don't think I'm going to create like a pond effect here. I think it'll still drain pretty well. And I don't want to like go too close to the foundation. So I don't need to tell you all this, but we are. So what we're going to do is just kind of dig the middle out. I think I'm going to try to get like 3 inches out. And once I get the camper in here tomorrow, I'll be able to check it out and kind of see if I need to do more or less. So that's what our project is we're just going to take 3 inches out of the middle of this and kind of spread these millings out down over the driveway more. So it's pretty hard. Some of the spots are soft, I guess, but this has been back here for 2 or 3 years. So I'm not sure what to expect with the bucket, how much it's going to want to dig in. So let's try it. Okay, so what I quickly realized with this is how quickly you would switch from B0 to B1. And B0 was like hardly any movement with the tracks, and B1 was like all movement. Because when I'm backing up and I'm done, like with my push, I want to get back as soon as I can. So I just wanted to stop and tell you guys that. But right here, come on in. This is only 2 passes. Turn all the way here. Our gimbal takes a minute, so she's doing a good job. So come on in, right? So, sorry, Braxton's riding his dirt bike. So I think we're already removed some of this fluff here that we're scraping along. We're already down like a good inch here easily, and even more on the outside. So I don't need to do too much on the inside because I think my pad actually kind of came this way anyway. So I'm gonna kind of come over there and I'm gonna take a couple good scoops. This is crazy how quickly I think I'm already getting close. So like I said, I don't want to do too much, and I'll leave the machine here until I get the camper back over here. So I'm going to come over there. It's only 2 passes. We'll try to do 2 or 3 passes over here, and we'll come back to it. I think this tool is going to be awesome for you guys if you have a fleet trying to get around small houses. Obviously this job, a full-size skid steer, I could have made like 2 or 3 passes. Bucket would have been a little bit wider and easier to use, but how cool is this? I think I scraped it down quite a bit. You can see on that side, I didn't need a ton, so I'm gonna stop now. And I was back dragging a little bit as I went. Pretty excited with it. I like the track version. I think that's gonna be really good, especially with as wet as it is around here. I wouldn't want the wheeled one. So that's my initial ride on the Axis. I think Braxton's behind us on his dirt bike. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna turn it over to the Fortner footage now. Enjoy the ride, we'll see you on the trail. Okay, so here at the end, I put all the microphone and the gimbal away, but I was going back and forth with this thing. I put it all in hydraulic mode. So we are currently in B1. So the bucket does nothing, but I've got full use of the tracks, and I'm just packing this in where I was pulling it out of the overhang, pulling it nice down. Look at this, packing it in so nice. So that way, if it does rain a little bit, it's gonna be pretty good. So I think it's pretty cool. I'm pretty excited. So I thought I'd throw this in there at the end. When I'm using it, I liked A1 the best, I think is what it was. Let's see here. So A1 would have been, no, it would have been A0. A0 is where I used it most of the time. I felt like I could like go forward and back drag and scoop. I wasn't out of control, not too much power on the I wanted to say wheels, on the track. So A0 was really good for using it, but B1 was really nice for getting this grading done.
All right, tell us what's going on, Dan. What are we doing? What's going on?
We have a Gravely 2000 DT. That stands for, the T is for track, I know that. I don't know what any of the other stuff is. 25 horsepower Kubota diesel mini skid steer.
Yeah.
It's a 42-inch bucket. It's got a 600-pound lift capacity, and we're going to see what we can do with it. We got our pit bike track right behind us here. Right now it's kind of sprinkling a little bit, but we're going to do some digging with it and see what our first impressions are. None of us have ever drove anything like this. Big skid steers, tractors, excavators, but never a stand-on mini skid steers.
Yeah,
so.
check this thing out. You stand on it. It's got all the controls right here. Got track levers, bucket. This is for like your hydraulic PTO. It's actually got 2 of them. You can put 2 attachments for like post hole digger or like post hole auger. Whatever, hedge trimmer, flail, something like that. So yeah, should be pretty sick. We're gonna get this bad boy unloaded and test her out. Oh yeah, this thing starts so quick. we're joking because the exhaust pipe blows straight on the hydraulic hose, but yeah, it's pretty quiet actually.
Oh no, getting it all up in the mud. I would try going right in the back like that. All right, first time scooping. Oh yeah. Barely more than a wheelbarrow. First scoop of dirt. This is a foot for size comparison, you know, it ain't much, but it's honest. This is some pretty hard dirt too. This jump has been untouched for like the last 5 years, so it's really hard clay down here, but that thing, the bucket's nice and sharp. It's digging right in.
Alright, hopefully you can hear me. Just wanted to talk about it. I just ran that thing for like 10 minutes. It's super fast. It actually digs way better than I thought it would. A couple of things though, the foot wells are so deep that you can put your toes like all the way into it, and it kept like hyperextending my knee a little bit. If you keep your feet back, it's not a problem. And also I was driving it as fast as I could. Other than that, blade's super sharp. The bucket's super sharp. It would dig, like it digs really good, and it's easy to maintain like a grade while you're like scooping. So I thought that was pretty sweet. And then the only other thing is it's pretty jerky. Like you got to hold on to that sucker, hitting bumps and stuff. It almost wants to throw you off the back. I kind of wish that it had like almost a lanyard or something you could just like clip in. I guess you would need to be able to get out of it really quick in case the machine rolled. But I don't think sweet. That's fast. It's powerful. I'd definitely buy one.